Today I'm going to talk about chocolate, fruit, butter, and a couple of other interesting little additions that are in my new 2 weeks in the super fast lane diet. I'm also going to discuss briefly why certain vegetables can actually cause digestive chaos in a lot of cases if you're not used to a fibre-rich diet. But let's start with chocolate. I can't think of a single reason why not. Now, my mother would be appalled at me talking with my mouth full, but it's so delicious. Now, I'm not talking about the pale, milky, creamy stuff here. It absolutely has to be chocolate from the dark side. Now, there are a few reasons for this. Firstly, chocolate is rich in certain plant chemicals called flavonoids, which help protect us against disease. Secondly, it's also rich in a couple of protein building blocks which prompt the production of two chemical messengers. The first one is dopamine, which is generally known as the reward chemical, and the second one is serotonin, which people usually refer to as the relaxed, calm and happy chemical. So it's very important that we stick with the dark. And why not? It's so good. Now, people often think that chocolate is fattening because it's rich in fat, but in actual fact, dark chocolate is very rich in monounsaturated fats, which offer similar health benefits to olive oil. Another bonus is that chocolate is rich in magnesium, which is a calming mineral which I discussed in an earlier video. And also, it's very, very good for cutting a sugar craving fast. All you do is you take one block, and I mean only one, and put it under your tongue and let it melt slowly. Now what happens is that the sugar becomes very quickly absorbed into your bloodstream, the sugar craving goes, and you've had very little sugar. Now, fruit appears to be causing a few issues currently, with some experts recommending, or should I say suggesting, that we limit its consumption. Now, there is reason behind this, and it's principally because fruit is high in the sugar fructose. And too much fructose in our diet over time can lead to health problems, and in some cases, type 2 diabetes. However, fruit is so rich in fibre, it's rich in vitamins and minerals, it's also has a whole load of plant chemicals which protect our health. So I sincerely hope that this does not dissuade people from including fruit in their diet. Now, I tend to recommend people eat fruit on its own. This is basically because for some, and certainly not all, eating fruit with other foods can cause bloating. And particularly for this diet, where we're looking to lose fat super fast, obviously a no bloat strategy is what we're after. Now, certain fruits where their outer jackets have to be removed before we eat them, which are predominantly tropical fruits like pineapples, mangoes, pawpaws, etc. And therefore, the sugar in the fruit is actually going to be absorbed more quickly and perhaps upset blood sugar levels. However, other fruits like apples, pears, cherries, berries, plums, etc., they only need a light scrub and their fibre remains intact. The other great thing about eating fruit, particularly as a snack on its own, is it tames a growling stomach very quickly and pretty much sort of keeps us away from the perhaps not quite so clever sugary snack. Now, butter has taken a bit of a bashing over the past 20 years or so, with all sorts of chemically altered butter alternatives crowding supermarket shelves. But hallelujah, it's back. Or should I say, butter from happy and pasture-fed cows is back. Why? Well, basically simply because there's no research that shows a link between saturated fats in butter and heart disease, and there is no research into cutting back on butter in diets that shows a decrease in death rates. And those in the know are now hinting that perhaps saturated fats are not quite the devil they had us hoodwinked into believing. So I say, leave the spreadable slimes on the shelf and have a bit of butter in your life. Now, I'm not saying slather it on everything, but a little melted butter over your steamed vegetables, or scrambled egg on hot buttered toast, or mince with buttery mash, yes, they're all in this diet. Now, ginger is a bit of an Oscar winner when it comes to aiding digestion, and I recommend that you start every day with a mug of hot water with freshly grated ginger and lemon juice. Just leave it to cool slightly and sip it whilst you're getting dressed and putting slap on, or you can flask it and take it with you and have the odd cup here and there throughout the day. Another little helper is my ginger pickle, which is a mix of lemon juice, honey, salt and ginger, and is great if you take a teaspoon of this before each meal. It really helps your digestion. Another bonus is that if you're one of those poor souls who suffer from travel sickness, a little of this before a journey will really help to ease the distress. Now, vegetables. Can there be anything else to say about the power of including a healthy, colourful mix of vegetables in our diet? Possibly not. They are packed with fibre, plant chemicals, health protection. However, some people find that if they're not used to eating a fibre-rich diet, that it's suddenly including a mass of vibrant colour of vegetables into their diet can cause stomach upsets, bloating issues, indigestion, etc. So in this diet, I recommend that we work only with those vegetables which are easy on the digestion. And my advice, keep it colourful. Steam, stir fry, roast or bake your vegetables, and add all sorts of interesting toppings like roasted nuts and seeds, nut and seed oils, etc., to give them a bit of a wow factor, rather than treating them as a side dish or a must-have for a healthy and fat-busting diet. I hope I've sparked your interest in this short video, and I hope to see you again. But in the meantime, if you'd like to know more about my 2 weeks in the super fast lane diet, or indeed any of my other diets and books, go to my website, join me on Facebook, or follow me on Twitter.